Hey guys, Rohita the Sun here. Let's discuss today one important topic which is becoming more and more relevant every day: movement in open world games. I'd like to start this video with Matthew Sting's beautiful phrase about open worlds.
Open world games are all about exploration. They're about immersing the player within some massive world that provides an unprecedented feeling of open space and the freedom to explore it all.
Lovely and also very popular. Probably not a secret for everyone that games with open worlds are becoming significantly popular with years, and it's become kind of standardized to create big worlds, especially for AAA games. According to information from the Steam Spy, you can see the difference between numbers of games with the tag open world in 2008, 2014 and in 2018. As you can see, their numbers just increasing every year. Okay, why is it important? Because movement is one of core mechanics in open world games. You spend a lot of time in traveling from point A to point B, doing main quest or side quest, or just exploring the world. And I believe there are three keys how to make this traveling more fascinating. They are atmosphere, content and mechanics. Let's run through the first two keys real quick and stop a little on mechanics to discuss them more detailed. First, atmosphere. What makes the game atmospheric? Well, frankly, a lot of things. It starts with art vision, animations, graphics, how the world is living by itself, like NPCs doing their stuff around. Music, sounds, camera, ambient, lighting, etc. Every aspect is significantly important. Take light, for example. Check this room in Skyrim without light, and now with lighting. The difference is huge, right? And actually, every part of game development makes this huge impact on the final project and on the general atmosphere. Second, content. Not to make your players feel boring while they're traveling in your world, obviously diverse content can help. Interesting locations and buildings, different NPCs, random or triggered events, points of interest, points of encounters, etc. CD Projekt Red had their 40 seconds rule in Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
We did some tests and we find out that player is focused on stuff which we produce. Like every 30 seconds, players should see something and focus on it, like a pack of deers, some opponents, some NPCs wandering about. So we have our rule of 30 seconds.
If the player will be surrounded by different things and events during his journeys, there will be no time for boringness. Third, mechanics. You know, racing games with open world like Need for Speed, Crew or Forza Horizon series are very lucky in this case. Because their main gameplay feature, racing, is fully intertwined with movement, because, you know, driving it is a movement by itself. It's cool to drive in open world, where you can relax after the hard race you just had and prepare yourself to next one, test different cars, try drifting, tuning and its impact on your car, visual customization, etc. And its core gameplay works brilliantly with open worlds. Other few beautiful examples regarding movement, games with superhero or superhero-be-like protagonists. Like Spider-Man, where Insomniac created impressive web-sliding abilities. Batman, where Rocksteady Studios gave us an exciting opportunity to fly thanks to a clock and a hook and even drive a Batmobile. Anthem, where in addition to flight, each javelin has its own form of double jump and sprint. Prototype, with its jumps over buildings and running with breakneck speed, or even Just Cause and Sunset Overdrive, where in first you have wingsuit flying with persistent hook-cat interaction to support one ongoing flight, and Sunset Overdrive with its crazy glides and bouncing from different trampoline-be-like objects. All those mechanics are great, but obviously you cannot just make something similar in Kingdom Come Deliverance, for example, because it's a game about medieval ages with its focus on historically accurate content, otherwise you will have a huge narrative conflict. But this problem can be solved thanks to horses, which occupied a dominant position in transport since approximately 3500 BC. Horses proved to be a lifeline for movement in many video games, particularly in historical or fantasy genres. For games about modern or recent pastimes, we are lucky to have cars and other transport. To make long journeys more bearable, some developers provide after-movement. But I was constantly missing something in Final Fantasy XV's after driving, so I did a conclusion that it's nice to have some additional feature while you're using after-movement. Like a cinematic camera in Red Dead Redemption 2 or opportunity to use your eagle in Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey, so you can see the world from a different angle while your character is on his way to reach the destination. Fast travels. Well, that's convenient for sure, and it can save you a lot of time. But they have some disadvantages too. Fast travel removes all sense of real distance, it interrupts your flow, and you can miss a lot of interesting events and locations. I personally use fast travels only in rare cases, but prefer not to use them at all. However, even fast travels can be realized in a creative way with different approaches. Limitation. In Horizon Zero Dawn, every fast travel requires fast travel packs, which can be crafted from the materials or purchased in merchants. So this limitation motivates you to hunt animals for the resources to create these packs, or not to use fast travels at all. Immersion. If you want to teleport in a certain location in Grand Theft Auto 5, you have to call taxi service or find a taxi cab. Upgrade. In Far Cry 5, you can learn airdrop ability. So every time you use fast travel, it provides an option to choose between regular teleport to the location or airdrop above this location, which brings a much more fun. Yeah, and saying about upgrades, I want to specify movement progression in general. I believe this is the most important part in this whole topic. I suggest you create your movement system with some progression, so players would feel the difference between movement at the beginning of their game and in the late game. It can be implemented through different items and gadgets, like Zora Armor, which grants Link the ability to swim upward through the waterfalls, or Master Cycle Zero gadget, which is way faster compared with a horse. Also, those gadgets can be achieved in main plot progression or by unlocking new abilities, like Wingsuit and Parachute in above-mentioned Far Cry 5. But don't muddle examples I'm showing with gadgets that allow you to go to locations previously inaccessible, like in Tomb Raider series, because I'm talking here about items that will provide different experience in the whole movement system, but not will just open the gates which were unavailable before you equip this gadget. Different players prefer different mechanics, but by providing a variety of systems, every gamer can find something for him herself. Let's sum it up. Movement in open-world games is super important, and I believe that completely combining all three keys, atmosphere, content and mechanics, especially with the progression, can provide great results. So, let's bring new interesting ideas regarding the movement to industry, because games become bigger and bigger every time and players need creative solutions. That's all, thanks for watching and see you guys next time.